Hey everyone, I have a quick little fun video for you all. It's going to be called If You Like This, You'll Like This, vintage version. Yeah, so I want to get y'all into vintages. I want y'all to try the things that your mothers and grandmothers wore, or just try something from a long time ago that transports you back in time. So let's get right into it. So if you like the beauty and the gorgeous muskiness of Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez, and if you like white flowers, you'll like Jovan White Musk, which is a musky white floral fragrance. Very pretty. And Narciso is also musky and white floral. Narciso's a lot creamier, and Jovan is much lighter and more airy. Jovan is a fragrance from the 80s, I believe. The 80s or early 90s. Jovan was a craze in the 80s with all of the musk fragrances that they had. So yeah, try a vintage. Don't mind the background noise. My husband is digging up the yard. Alright, so next we have a beautiful fragrance called Delena by Parfums de Marly. Delena is a gorgeous smoky incense rose fragrance with a beautiful, like, kind of sour rhubarb note. And it's just very unique, very beautiful. But if you love the rose and the sort of smoky incense quality to it and the nutmeg in this fragrance, you'll like Cocoa. Cocoa is a rose fragrance that is sweetened up by a peach, but it also has a beautiful clove undertone, so it's slightly spicy and smoky. But yeah, these two have a similar vibe for sure, so definitely check out Cocoa by Chanel. I prefer the EDT version because I find it to be sweeter and more about the spice rather than the rose. And yeah, I like the EDT version better. That's Cocoa, EDT by Chanel. Next I have Michael Kors, the original fragrance, which is a tuberose heavy fragrance. Then I have another tuberose heavy fragrance called Lulu by Catrell. Lulu has so much going on. There's a smoky quality to it with incense. There's a spice to it. There's like a doll head type vanilla vibe. There's a powdery violet. It's just such a crazy, amazing 80s fragrance. I feel like this fragrance perfectly embodies the 80s if you would like to explore. And if you like tuberose like Michael Kors, you'll like the tuberose that is Lulu by Catrell. If you like powdery fragrances like Flower by Kenzo, you will enjoy Esprit d'Oscar by Oscar de la Renta. Beautiful, beautiful powdery fragrance, and I think it's not old-fashioned at all. I think it's like, if you like powdery, you could rock this today. It's got citrus top notes, so it's got a little bit of a zing to it, and it's beautiful, just gorgeous, absolutely divine fragrance. Definitely check it out. It's Esprit d'Oscar by Oscar de la Renta. You could get a bottle for $20 on FragranceNet. Definitely check that out. If you like Organza Indecence by Givenchy, the new reformulated Mythiques type version, you will enjoy Obsession by Calvin Klein, because these are both cinnamon heavy fragrances. They have a different vibe, of course, but they're both beautiful cinnamon heavy fragrances with warmth and depth, perfect for the fall and winter. Just absolutely gorgeous, sexy fragrances for sure. Definitely check out Obsession by Calvin Klein. If you like Mon Guerlain, a beautiful lavender vanilla fragrance, you might just like Gloria Vanderbilt, the one with the swan. Now, this fragrance, they don't smell exactly alike, of course, but this one's more of a cosmetic, powdery type floral with lavender in the top. Whereas this one is a much sweeter, more gourmand type of fragrance. But they're both still beautiful, and they both have lavender. And yeah, if you like Mon Guerlain, definitely check out Gloria Vanderbilt. This is $8 for a full-size bottle and fragrance net. Definitely check it out. Don't shy away from vintages. It took me a while to love this fragrance. It wasn't love at first sniff, but after I got used to the carnation note, it sort of faded away, and I don't smell what I smelled when I first smelled this fragrance, if that makes sense. And now I absolutely adore it. That's Gloria Vanderbilt. Now, these two are not dupes, okay? Definitely not. But in Cashmere, it's a beautiful doll head type vanilla scent, but in this, there is a background of resins and like incense type feel to it. That is what this fragrance embodies. This is a fragrance from the 70s, and it's a beautiful incensey type Coca-Cola fragrance. It's gorgeous. Definitely check out Ciara if you're into. This isn't one to buy as your first vintage. This is definitely one that you want to, when you're used to the vintage smells, to get. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. That's Ciara by Revlon, and you can find it under $10. Do you like cherry? Well, I got a fragrance for you. Black Perfecto by La Petite Robe Noire Guerlain is gorgeous. It's leathery, it's got cherry, it's got lots of different notes in here. But if you like cherry, definitely check out Red by Giorgio Beverly Hills. They're different types of fragrance. There's a greenness to the top of this fragrance, and then a spicy undertone in the dry down. So it's kind of got a cherry Coke type vibe to it. Beautiful, beautiful vintage fragrance. I believe it's from the 90s. Definitely check it out. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I think it's from the 90s, but yeah, definitely check out Red by Giorgio Beverly Hills. Last but not least, we've got Hypnotic, Poison, and Tabu. They are not dupes for each other, but this one smells like root beer. Hypnotic Poison definitely embodies a root beer float, whereas Tabu embodies Coca-Cola. Both absolutely stunning, gorgeous fragrances. This one you can find under $10, whereas this one, it's hard to find under $100. But yeah, so definitely check out Tabu. If you want to get into vintages, definitely start with Tabu by Delena. Beautiful, and it's my favorite type of vintage fragrance. My favorite out of all the vintages. It's one of my top 5 favorite fragrances of all time. So yeah, that's Tabu by Delena. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on if you like this, you'll like this vintage style. But yeah, if you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next. Bye!